Hi, my name's Ron Artino. I was diagnosed with bladder cancer, and it went to fourth stage. It started in 2011, and the oncologist then gave me cistoplatin. I think they called it the chemotherapy, and I took radiation also. And I've been fighting it for a couple of years, and we thought we beat it, but it came back about I would say about 6 months ago, which right now it's September 2013, October 2013 right now. So it came back with a vengeance. It went to stage 4, and it was growing rapidly inside my bladder. I had a urologist, and the oncologist told me it was time to see hospice. And you know what, man? I'm not ready to die. I'm not ready to give up. My wife did research. My wife did research, and Dr. Nezami, in his method of approach to cancers, was the best she could come up with in the country. Luckily enough, we live near Fresno, and that's where the doctor's at. And his approach to cancer therapy is not acknowledged by most oncologists. We've had some scoff at us, as a matter of fact. But again, I'm not ready to give up anything. So we did all the research we could do, and this came up with the best thing in the country, that we could approach an alternative therapy to fighting cancer, the cancer in my bladder. I've only been here a few weeks now, no more than a couple months, but the therapies were high doses of plant-based foods, and we've monitored my progress all throughout this whole thing. And they just told me this afternoon, I haven't beat it yet, but we've turned it around to almost normal readings. There's just a couple we have to keep approaching, but I've turned this thing around with Dr. Nezami's therapies, with his approach to alternatives. I've met many people here that have done the same thing, and are really happy with the results, and I certainly am also. Another one that they do is oxygen therapy in a hyperbaric oxygen, and that's helped. I'm sure all these methods that he's using has helped to stop the growth of the cancer, which we proved today that it's no longer growing inside of me. And honestly, that's why I carry these bags around. I got the straws, a few tubes. They go into my kidney to get rid of the urine, so it doesn't go through the bladder because it's being plugged up there. The left kidney was impacted so bad, at first it was just pure blood coming out of it, or it looked like pure blood. But again, with the doctor's approach to this, it's now a clear tube. There's no longer the blood, and the flow's increased. So it looks like we've saved the kidney through this doctor's therapy here. And we're going to keep working on that. And it looks like I may be able to have the tubes removed pretty soon because of the improvements that we've done with this whole thing. I'm really happy we came here. I had a friend that came here and went through the interview, and this was about a year ago. And they weren't sold on it. They thought it was, I don't know what else to call it, harebrained kind of approaches, but it's obviously not. And like I say, my wife did a lot of research on this, and it's not. My friend is dead now. I wish he would have followed through with it, and as far as I saw, as I went through this, I gained more and more confidence in the doctor's methods, and I'm so glad that I came here. And I'm not out of the woods yet. I know I'm knocking on wood. But I didn't expect this faster results, and I wish my friend would have followed through with it. Oh my gosh, you've got to try this. You've got to. I can go on and on about chemotherapy, but more often than not, it's just poison. And the whole cancer industry is. It's like they're not out to help you. They want you to be sick. There was very little research done into methods to fight my particular type of cancer. They just gave kind of a generic kind of a chemo and then beat me up with radiation. And then it came back, and Dr. Nezami, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
He did a metabolic test on me that my insurance wouldn't cover. I had HMO insurance. And my oncologist wouldn't tell me that this other type of testing can be done, but it's not covered on my insurance. And I think that's why they told me no, but it cost a few $1,000, but it was well worth it because it came up with the type of chemo that works on my body, and we're trying that right now. We're going to have this thing whipped just through the therapies that Dr. Nezami's developed. I can't tell you enough. Try this, do this. Get away from the cancer industry, because that's all it is a big industry. There's lots of people employed, and they're not out to help you. They're not out to cure your cancer. They're out to, seems like, trail it out so more money is spent on insurances, and a big game being played with insurances. And it's tough to afford, but I hope, and my prayers for the future is that this type of alternative therapy is developed and acknowledged by the industry itself, and so we can save more people's lives. And it's the ways you get cancer is all around us, through the foods we eat, the air we breathe, the clothes we wear. Everything around us is, for some reason or other, associated with cancer. We've pretty much set ourselves up to poison ourselves with this, we've got to develop these alternative therapies like Dr. Nezami has. And gosh, holy mackerel, you got to do this. You got to try this. You got to. It doesn't matter. Like, I dipped into my retirement money, and it's money well invested. And it's not cheap, but you're gonna put a price on your life, I got my daughter over here, and she's got kids. I got grandbabies, and I'm not ready. I'm only 60 years old, and I'm not ready to go. It's not time yet. So I'm fighting to the end, and I don't think I could have done anything. I mean, when this hit me hard a month or so ago, I lost so much weight. It was terrible. I'm gaining a lot of it back right now. My recovery's going along and along. I hope maybe in a month or two I can do another video, and you'll see a whole different face. You'll see a whole different body. I urge you to try this.